Welcome to the March CEO update from CommQuest Services. I'm Keith Hochadel. I am your President CEO. A couple things I'd like to touch on this month to update the organization on some important things we have going on and to kind of recognize some changes as well. So first of all, the Massillon outpatient office integration. We have completed the purchase of the former West Stark credit union and have gone through the design process and incorporated a number of staff's input on that process. So in the Midtown office building, the 46 Federal Avenue, we'll be completing the drawings. We'll be sending those out to the city for approval, and then we'll be putting out a request for proposals for that. So we anticipate that that project will begin end of April, and that it's probably about a 90-day project to complete that. So I appreciate ahead of time some of the logistical concerns that will take place during that time, but ultimately we'll have both the Federal Avenue office and the Lincoln Way office all in one location there. That will allow us then to take that space in the Family Living Center and create some additional women's residential treatment beds, which we hope to have open by the end of the calendar year. So moving on to the long-awaited purchase of the Metropolitan Center. While we believe that we would take possession of that on March 1st, that has been delayed through no part of our own till March 31st. We do have at this point the fourth floor layout has been finalized. Those drawings next will be completed by our architect and the engineering firms that are working on that. They'll have to go to the city for approval, and then renovation should begin late spring, early summer with about a 90-day completion process. So our business operations, finance, HR, marketing will move over to the Metropolitan Center, along with some services from the Goodwill building that we have down there now. One of the key components to the Metropolitan Center is the ability to start and begin implementing our new phone and data system. As you know, we've been working with ACY Communications and FirstCom on new phone and data so we can connect better with not only each other but also with the community. So the beginning of that intake phone system where folks will be able to call in and make appointments initially instead of calling across the organization will take place within the Metropolitan Center. So I'm really excited to get that up and running. So we'll be able to provide some more information on that over the next few weeks and few months. Number 3 on our list today is our strategic plan. The boards that we talked about at Convocation Day are being delivered to every location. I was over in the Massillon Federal Office last week, and I noticed that they already had their board up and had some suggestions, some really, really good suggestions. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get hot food to them, but that was one of the suggestions that were over there. And again, we'll be looking for staff input so that if you're unable to attend some of the strategic planning meetings, you will be able to continue to contribute as you did in the beginning, and you'll be able to continue to contribute going forward. Recently, we made a decision to change the vendor of our insurance plan. We have used Assured Partners, or what was previously Leonard Insurance. So we are switching to Huntington Insurance as our broker. That does not mean that we're changing from AltCare to something else. It just means that we have a new broker. So that switch will enhance our enrollment process, including online benefit access. We believe that through this process, we'll have a smoother transition during the time that we're doing that. So just like to remind people that we have a reverse raffle coming up on March 21st at Skyland Pines. $100 for a raffle ticket. Please, I would encourage you to maybe everybody in a department go together to purchase a raffle ticket. You can also attend the event and come and have a meal. So if you talk to Ray and Sarah and Pam in the Marketing Fund Development Department, they can get you some more information. Really excited also that on August the 2nd this summer, we'll be hosting a significant continuing education and speaker event at the Metropolitan Center. So in the afternoon on that day, we'll offer a number of hours of continuing education, and then that evening, Hall of Fame pro football player Chris Carter is going to come and do a presentation. He's been pretty open about some recovery stuff that he's had, so kind of looking forward to having that event. And again, this Chris Carter and continuing education event will be August the 2nd at the Metropolitan Center. We've also been working on some access to physical care. We know that about 80-85% of our clients are still using stat care in the emergency department for their primary medical care, and outlined in our strategic plan that we wanted to start doing some physical care screening on our clients. So over the next several weeks, we'll be beginning to implement that first at the residential facilities and then at the outpatient offices. So we have a couple of family nurse practitioners that will be doing that. A reminder that performance evaluations are due this week. So if you haven't done that, please make sure that those get accomplished. And if you still have questions, please refer those questions to the HR department. One significant staff change I'd like to mention, as we have continued to enhance our opiate recovery services, Wendy Hunter has accepted the position as Director of RECOR, overseeing both the outpatient and the residential portions of RECOR. Again, we felt as though now was the right time to make a single person commitment to that project. Out there also, we are wrapping up the completion of the Wilson Hall Cafe, the Recovery Cafe, so that we'll be able to move all of our food services over there, and somewhere down the road be able to then take that space where we're feeding folks at RECOR and create some additional office space. I know I keep reminding everybody that when folks are sitting across from us, the reason that people pick up the phone and call us is because we can provide them with some hope. And as we changed our vision statement to Hope Happens Here, I think it's important that people remember that we're providing something when people have the courage to call us, an answer to some situations that they have. And I think it's extremely important to remember that hope does happen here. And it happens because of the great work that each and every one of you guys are doing. So again, I appreciate your time in listening to this. And as always, if you have suggestions, comments, please send them along. And look forward to talking to you next month. Thank you.